So hi everyone, I welcome you all to your favorite channel. Friends, my name is Aditya Jain and today I'm going to discuss about a topic which you all have been waiting for. So guys, as you know that we are in 2026 and 2026 is the era of innovation. Okay, at one place the AI is driving the world crazy. It is moving faster than any other tech stack available out there. So in this video, we are going to help you understand that as a student, what should be your aim, what skills you should be targeting to have so that you can make the maximum out of the available opportunities for 2026. So here we are going to discuss what is the basic idea between choosing web development versus cybersecurity versus artificial intelligence and the other tech stacks available out there. Because friends, the more the options, the more the confusion as well, right? So I'm going to focus upon this topic. I will try to decode I will try to decode it as much as possible, and just make sure that you are participating with me. Just take notes of each and every point and we are going to discuss lots of points. Okay, so which stacks to choose in 2026? Okay, let's get started with that. So first is web development. Okay, no matter which company you go, if it is a well established company, if it is a cap company, it's a mid cap company, it's a large cap company, every company needs a way to present itself to the world. Every company need a way to showcase its presence to the world. And this is where the requirement of web development comes into the picture. Okay, now what do we mean by web development? So basically, you need to have your online presence, you have social media, you have lots of things. But social media accounts have some restrictions, like you cannot use Instagram in your own way. Instagram is a platform that is provided to you, right? So you cannot customize it according to your requirement. Okay, but if you want to create an online presence which should be completely as per you, you have something called web development. That means you can create your own website that will showcase your presence to the entire world, to the outside world. Okay, what is the advantages of it? It is best for fast job entry and freelancing and for startup as well. Okay, I will break down each of these points. First important, it is very good for fast job entry. Why? Because this is having lots of opportunities. Although with AI, it is getting impacted in a negative way, but there are positive sides as well. I'll talk about that. So if you can use or leverage the tools, the AI tools available out there, you can actually speed up and you can actually refine your website development or web development skills for that matter. Okay, so very important, you need to have a very fast entry into the job sector. Web development is something which you can prioritize. Talking about freelancing, what is freelancing? Freelancing is like taking up your own projects, working on them, delivering and getting paid. Okay, so this is the overall cycle of freelancing. It is different than a normal job because in job you are getting fixed pay. No matter if there is a project, if there is not any project, you will get a fixed pay, right? But freelancing is like doing a business. It's like a startup where you are the decision maker. Obviously there is some freelancing platform which will take some cut, okay, or which will give the work to you. Okay, so that's pretty fine, but again you are the decision maker, you are the owner of that particular project if you are working individually. Okay, so this is web development is good for that as well. For example, let's say you charge 5,000 for creating a website and you can actually make it for 100 available customers. You can charge 5,000 from each of them, and there are 100 such customers. So just imagine, you can make a profit of 5 lakh, you can make a revenue of 5 lakh. Okay, so you need to have that vision that I can do something for a huge amount, huge quantity of customers, and I can get paid for that. Okay, so what are the tech stack requirement here? you need to have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Node.js, and MongoDB. So there is a very famous term called MERN stack. Okay, so MERN is like you need to have certain skills required for certain tasks. For example, at a very basic level, you can divide any task to front end and back end. Okay, front end and back end. What is front end? Front end means it is what it is being shown to the outside world, like the UI of it. Okay, so like this video is like front end. This video is getting presented to you. But what is back end? The back end is something which is running behind the scenes. So how this video is getting streamed, how you are able to log into YouTube, how you are able to click on this video, how this video is getting played, it is getting paused, the speed is increasing. All that logic is part of the backend. Okay, so any task can be divided into front end and back end, and this is how you can get the project done. Again, I'm saying at a very overview level, there are lots of sub segments within this as well. Okay, so this is the tech stack that is required to you. Okay, now the average salary that you get paid for this in India is 4 to 12 lakh per annum, and very important, it can go higher with the skills as well, because trust me guys, this is average. Okay, so you know, average means considering all the tier 2 college, tier 3 college as well. But if you are really skilled, and the best part about it is you can showcase your creativity here. Okay, so if you are really creative and you can showcase your skills, the sky is the limit. Okay, because every other company is looking for the website to be created, the website to be maintained, the website to be refined. Okay, so all these are the requirement that people are looking for. Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Because let's be very honest, everything has a positive and a negative side. So what are the pros? It is the quickest way to get a job. Just by 6 to 8 months of strong preparation, you will be job ready. You will have job in your pocket. Okay, freelancing and remote work opportunities. As I told you, this skill offers lots of remote opportunities as well. So right from your home, you can actually create a website for a client in US or UK. Okay, so you have those opportunities as well. And this is low entry barrier, because it is not something which is very rare. It is something which is available in huge quantity. Everyone is looking for it. Okay, so it will be divided among lots of other website developers, so you will also get an opportunity there. Okay, talking about the cons, it is high competition. The advantage is the disadvantage, because it is having very low entry barrier. There are lots of people, there are lots of options to have to get your website developed from. Okay, so that's why it is having high competition. Salary growth moderate unless you become full stack or system designer, which I told you that wherever there is more competition, the higher skilled people will take the most of advantage. Okay, what is the trend of 2026? It is AI integrated web apps, web3, SaaS products. As I already told you, you should be the one who can explore the existing AI tools to get your website refined, to get your website developed faster, to get your website look more interactive, more amazing, more user friendly. Okay, so in very short, if I want to tell you, web development is something which will never be going out. It will always be in demand, but the demand is going to reduce because of AI related tools which can build your website. But again, let me give you a very important point here. The website developers, the skillful website developers will always be needed, because you can create a website from a tool, but you cannot customize it without knowing the coding. You cannot maintain it. You cannot integrate it with the other platforms without having the proper coding knowledge. So for that reason, this is very important for you. Okay, so I hope that you understood the overall picture. We have talked about the benefits of it. Okay, the pros, the cons, and the trend, which is very AI driven. We have talked about what are the various skills required, and we have talked about the average salary range which you can expect. Very important, HTML, CSS, JavaScript are the bare minimum skills. Okay, this is for front end, this is for back end, and this is for the logic. Okay, and Node.js, AngularJS, MongoDB, so it is like you want to have the database as well, because without database you cannot store images, you cannot store videos, you cannot store text, you cannot store documents, you cannot store the data. So you will have to have your own database, and for that you will need some skills like SQL or NoSQL. Okay, getting ahead to the second and the most in demand field, which I guarantee you will never regret being a part of, is artificial intelligence and data science, or all data science. So to be very honest with you, for the initial 5 years of your career, everything is same for you. ML, AI, data science, you can put everything into the same bucket. Okay, because everything is same. But as soon as you become skilled, as soon as you try to pick one particular path, these tries to differ. Then the responsibilities are different. But for initial 4 5 years, everyone, whether you are data engineer, whether you are data scientist, whether you are machine learning engineer, whether you are data engineer, everyone are having similar skills and requirements. In fact, I have worked as a data scientist for most of my career, and I can tell you that as a data scientist, you do work of ML engineer as well, you do work of data analyst as well, you do work of data engineer as well. Okay, but only your prime focus is on data science. Okay, so here it is best for high salary and future proof career. As I told you, this is a very clear benefit of this field, that it is future proof. Future proof means it is guaranteed, like I can give you in writing, that if you are skilled in this domain, you will always have opportunities, you will always have people reaching out to you for work, you will always be in demand. Okay, but you need to understand that it is not that easy, and obviously if something is worth it, it is not that easy, right? So this is something which we need to be very careful about. So what is the tech stack required here? It is Python, machine learning, deep learning, TensorFlow, PyTorch. So there are some libraries. Okay, these are some frameworks and libraries which we should have very good knowledge about. First of all, Python is like ABCD. Python is like ABCD for machine learning or for data science. Without Python, you can't even get ahead into this field. Okay, and that's why everyone nowadays, no matter if you are in data science, no matter if you are in software development, no matter if you are in backend development, you are expected to know Python, because Python also have some relevant frameworks like Django is there. Okay, so lots of other items are there which require some active knowledge about Python. So if you don't understand anything, if you don't know what to do in life, trust me, learn Python, because Python is something which will definitely be needed no matter what happens. So whenever you are confused, always take that path which is short guaranteed to be useful. Okay, so Python is that thing. Then you can dive deep into machine learning, and when I say machine learning, there are some libraries which you should know. Okay, like scikit-learn library. Okay, like ML related libraries. So once you are aware of the existence of these libraries, you can leverage the existing models, you can leverage the existing code base to create something out of yourself. Okay, and here I will also talk about the data analytics libraries. Like there is something called NumPy. So whenever you want to work with numerical data in a very efficient manner, NumPy is something you can use. There is something called pandas. So pandas is like for working with tabular data. If you are having structured data like rows and columns, okay, you can use pandas to get your work done. So pandas is one such option. Okay, deep learning means you might have heard of neural networks, right? You might have heard of feed forward neural network, recurrent neural network, CNN, RNN, right? You have heard of you would have heard of your transformer based architecture, okay? BERT architecture. So all these fall into the bucket of deep learning and relevant fields. Again, it's a very, very vast domain. even natural language processing is something which is very important nowadays, because I have worked in this domain when I was at IIT Bombay. So friends, I secured All India rank 60 in GATE Computer Science 2019, and I went to IIT Bombay to pursue my masters in data science. Okay, and I actually worked on this technology. That's why I'm so much impressed about this field, because I have worked on the transformer based architecture. I have worked on the natural language processing side. We have published multiple research papers as a team, and today, as you know, there is something called chat gpt. So chat gpt, just comment the full form of gpt, okay, in this video. So in the full form of gpt, t stands for transformer, and that transformer based architecture is something which we have actually did work when we did work means we learned about it, we used it during our mtech. So it's very fascinating how fast these things have grown up. Okay, awesome. Obviously, TensorFlow, PyTorch, you know that these are again some very interesting frameworks and libraries which you can leverage to get your machine learning tasks done. What is the average salary? 8 to 25 lakh per annum in India. Within India, you can expect 8 to 25 lakh per annum. Again, with the same criteria that it is expected to be more as per the level of skills that you have. Okay, so you can expect higher salaries as well. Coming to the pros and cons, highest growth field till 2035. So we are predicting the future year. I'm talking about 2035. So very high, very high chances of this being always in demand. Strong demand in startups and MNCs. Okay, as I said, very important. Everyone nowadays is looking forward to transform into AI first company. Okay, even if it is a refrigerator maker company, even if it is an electronics making company, even they want to have some element of AI. Even they want to have been known as a company who is doing innovation in AI. So that's why every company is nowadays looking for AI engineers. They are looking for AI experts who can help them get ahead. Okay, so everyone who is having knowledge about AI is being very much in demand. Okay, and you have lots of MNCs as well. You know that. Okay, all the famous Mang companies, your Meta, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, every company is actually leveraging this, looking forward to have more projects in this. Okay, research plus product roles available. So this is one of those segments which is not just available for the practical work, but there is a huge research opportunity as well. In fact, I would not be wrong to say that this is the field where research people are having more opportunities than the practical ones, because everyone is looking for innovation. Everyone is looking forward to what's next. Okay, everyone is in the race to be the first one to have built something, to have discovered some use cases, right? So that's why, as you know, that all the research labs, okay, so there is Google research labs, there is Microsoft research labs, there is Amazon research lab, there is Samsung research lab. So all the research people are getting lots of offers provided they have the right set of skills. So no matter where you go, the ultimate discussion would end at the skills. Okay, so here the cons are: require strong maths, linear algebra, probability, which is not easy. Okay, these are some advanced level skills, so you are expected to be very good at that. And competitive and concept heavy field. Okay, so this is, I won't say cons, I would say that this is what makes it difficult to enter. Yeah, these are not disadvantages, obviously. This is something which is difficult to master, and that's why it is valued. Okay, so what is the trend? Generative AI agents, automation systems. So this, everyone is looking forward to have these things by 2026. Okay, so this is all about AI and data science. In short, if you don't know, if you don't have any particular inclination and you are ready to start your career with any field, this is the one which you should have 100% focus on. Okay, moving ahead to cybersecurity. Okay, so cybersecurity, again, as you know that in this day and age, almost every company is facing cyber attacks. Every company is having data breach. Okay, every company is scared of the scams, right? So not just companies, even the individuals. So banking sector kind of a company which is dealing with very sensitive data, financial assets, these companies are really actively looking for the cyber security experts. Okay, so this is best for government plus MNC plus stable long term career, because I have seen this, that usually people don't change the service providers for cyber security, because you share so much important information that it is very difficult to transfer that information. It's a very good, stable and long term opportunity if you are able to fit into somewhere. Okay, so the tech stack required here are networking, ethical hacking, Kali Linux, CH security plus cloud security. Okay, so ethical hacking means it is hacking but for good cause. So hacking is considered to be a very negative thing, like you hacked the system, right? But ethical hacking means you are hacking in a very well defined manner. You are informing the team and you're looking for bugs in the system. So you are trying to prevent the actual hacking by doing ethical hacking. Okay, and this has lots of opportunities in government sector, because as you know, cyber crime, cyber attacks are mostly related to government websites as well. They are mostly related to banking sector. Okay, so every government company, every government official is now looking forward to have cyber security experts, because even if your cell phone is getting stolen, or even if something happens at an individual level, if you go to any of the security person, they would try to track all your records, everything via cyber security expert. Okay, so there are cyber crime cells now. It has been since a long time, but they are now very much actively working so that they can prevent such scams even before they happen. Okay, so there is a lot of scope for pattern recognition, okay, vulnerability detection and so on. Okay, so increasing cyber threats, high demand. As I said, this is a very obvious pro, uh, which is a very positive thing. Government plus PSU plus banking jobs, I already told you without even looking that this is the segment which you can target, and less saturated than web development, obviously, because there are very few people who are skilled enough to work in this domain. Web development is something which everyone can learn, but this is not something which all of you can learn. Okay, this requires skills, so requires certifications and continuous learning needed. So you should be very much ready to put in regular efforts. This is not one of those skills that you can have and then you can forget about it. No, you need to continuously refine it. Okay, 2026 trend, cloud security, AI based threat detection. Okay, so these are the trends. Okay, everyone is moving forward to these. Chalo, let's get ahead. So which should you choose? Now I will just give you a very well formed summary. You can choose web development if you want quick placement, which every fresher is looking for nowadays. Interested in freelancing and startup, and you have less interest in maths. Okay, because these two fields are very maths heavy. In fact, this is most maths heavy. So if you personally are not able to cope up with maths, so you can actually target this. But if you want to choose AI, okay, you can choose AI if you love maths plus problem solving. You love maths plus problem solving, then this is the field which will provide you with lots of amazing opportunities. Targeting top MNC or product based companies, and you want highest long term growth, like you want to have future opportunities. Okay, and you can choose cyber security if you are interested in hacking and system security, if you want stable plus government option, because as I told you, government have lots of opportunities here, and you like practical networking concepts, networking in the sense computer networking. Okay, like that. Okay, so that's pretty much about it, guys. Now these are some of our official Telegram channels. You can please have a look. I'll get aside. So we have it for civil, for chemical, for CS and IT, for mechanical, and for electrical, electronics, instrumentation. Okay, this is for the official 𝐂𝐤𝐴 Telegram community, and this is for English 𝐂𝐤𝐴 community. So you can just scan this QR codes and you can be a part of this amazing community, which we guarantee you will get a lot of benefit. And this is completely for free. You just need to scan and you can be a part of these communities. Okay. So with this, thank you so much, my dear friends. I really hope that this short discussion added value to you, because in this we tried to decode all the three most in demand fields, and we tried to help you take a better decision with awareness, like what you should take, what you should avoid. Now you can take the decision as per your skills and interest. My name is Aditya Jain and I wish you all the very best. Take care. Goodbye, guys. Keep rocking.